Well, 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 would you look at that? Is that 90 FPS I see? Could it be? So, welcome everybody. And we've got some gamers waiting in the lobby, so if you guys are tuned in, welcome. We'll start shortly. I'm just doing a quick introduction. This is the OnePlus 7T Pro. There we go. Let's look at that beautiful thing. Now, obviously, it's not the latest phone on the market, and not the latest phone from OnePlus, but it's what's available in South Africa. Actually, if you did not know that, you can get it on Vodacom, where you can buy it cash. And I just had to get my hands on this device and test it out, see the 90 FPS. I've been a long-standing fan of OnePlus. I've used a number of the devices, and one of the reasons I was keen on this is because none of the other phones in the market currently appeal to me. Huawei is out of the game now. I use a Mate 20 Pro, love that device, but when it comes time to upgrade, I can't do another Huawei at the moment because it doesn't support PUBG, Google Play Store, so it makes it difficult from a gaming point of view. So looking at Samsung, that's potential, but I'm not a fan of Samsung personally. I haven't seen anything that kind of excites me. So that all kind of brought together this idea of let's test some devices and see. Can you guys hear me? I'm sure you can. Sorry, I'm stopping mid-thought here. Yeah, let's test some devices. Oh yeah. So that led to the idea of let's test some phones. We're going to look at some low-end devices. We're going to look at some entry-level devices. So of course, you know, we're not trying to diss any brands here. I'm talking about personal experience, what I like and what I'm looking for in a phone upgrade. Along the way, we'll look at some entry-level devices too. So as we get hold of devices, we will bring some more of these. But so we're experimenting, and this is what this one is about. 90 FPS. Let me just turn up the brightness here. So the OnePlus 7T is a fantastic device. We'll do a slightly more in-depth review on it, or I'll run through the features in depth a little bit later in the next week. Where's my cap a bit off? Okay. So let's just get into this game quickly. Oh, this is what I wanted to show you. Now, you guys aren't really going to see the full benefit of this. But goodness gracious, it looks superb on my phone. I mean, that's kind of the best I can give you right now. Look at how quickly that draw frame rate is. In terms of colors, in terms of your drawing distance. Now, of course, in the pro leagues, you're probably going to turn your resolutions down, right? But for gamers like us who just enjoy the game for what it is, this is really what it's about. Getting some good quality graphics. We are old school gamers like that. So let me get into the room. Why is it not? I'm just going to get into this room. Gboard. Sorry, I've just installed some software on this. So let's find this room key again. It's running on my second device. Three six. Let's try this. Boom, you guys have a few more seconds to get into this game. FLS. Alright, which means I'm switching over. I'm going to just put this character back into spectator mode so we can look at the game after the fact. We got 32 players. I think it's time to go. Okay, Tandu is asking for 2 minutes. I think it's fair enough. It's 10 past. This is a show more than it is a serious game. Please leave a comment below. We've got some really cool merchandise up for grabs. One of these caps. I actually forgot to bring a hoodie out, but you'll check in the post below. Some really cool PUBG mobile hoodie. Very exclusive. I can tell you now, nobody else has got those to give away. And yeah, 2 lucky winners at the end of the night will win a cap. Well, one will win a cap, one will win a hoodie for the first game and the second game respectively, but not for the winners of the game. Please note that. This is for interacting with the stream. We're just having a fun game while we are testing and playing at 90 FPS. I hope that makes sense to everybody. And also it'll be nice to play with not a bounty on my ass. So I think it's time to start. I didn't really look at anybody in the room yet, to be honest. I should have. But we're just having fun, yeah? So Grim Reaper asking on the Discord channel, what do you get if you get a chicken dinner? I just answered that. Nothing. We're playing this game for fun. Now I'm not sure if you guys can see the resolution. I apologize if there is some artifacting happening. It's possible that there could be something happening during the game. I will switch to a different connection if that happens. But my capture card was supposed to arrive and it didn't. So I can't bring you the full high, like 90 FPS. I mean, it looks good enough, I think. Much better than my normal streams would look in any case.
Hello, Antoinette. Hello, Janet.
People chatting, having a good chat here. Let me just make a little announcement here. Welcome everybody, enjoy the game. Please remember there's no prizes for winning this game, but interact with us on stream after the game, chat to us, and we're going to award those merchandise prizes then. Have fun. Also, another thing that's pretty impressive about this phone is the speakers on this thing is beyond insane. It's got dual speaker setup, so it's using the earpiece as well as a speaker. So when you're playing games, in fact, I can just unplug it. Let me unplug it. So now you're going to get so it's coming through both sides. And let me tell you, okay, I've got earphones on now, but let me tell you, it is pretty loud. You won't really be able to play it like that in a public space. People are going to be looking at you. It's pretty impressive, I'm not going to lie. I haven't tested everything yet. I've really just got to PUBG Mobile, I mean, of course. It's the only game currently that's worth playing that supports, or that, yeah, at least the only FPS that I know of that supports. I actually don't want to go to... Don't want to go to the military base, that's for sure. We're just having some fun here. Is there, well, I guess on average, graphics and gameplay is very debatable, right, in terms of quality. But one thing I can tell you is running at, so the screen is a 90 hertz screen, and PUBG Mobile and OnePlus has enabled this 90 FPS mode. I think tomorrow other phones that have 90 FPS screens enabled, and I think some of the iPhones do. I stand to be corrected. And if that is the case, yes, you will be able to benefit from 90 FPS. But whether a phone is better, I mean, that's a big debate, man. It all comes down to personal preference. I'm an Android user myself. So what I'm also going to be making available is some gameplay footage. I'm going to press the record button just now. Also try not to die here, so I might be intermittent with my chat. But I'm going to record some gameplay footage and then share that raw footage. I'll also publish it and you guys can check what it actually looks like. It is superb. Now, I suspect this mode is going to be available with a big update coming out tomorrow. And like I said, if your phone has a 90 Hz screen, you will be able to, you'll be enabled on your device to enable it for the game. Of course, I didn't increase any of the older spawn rates for the weapons, but that's okay. It actually is it takes a bit getting used to. The game is so smooth at this rate. I mean, looking at the backpack of this character, you know, this is really going to like enhance the debate around, you know, the one that always pisses me off when PC gamers kind of look at mobile gamers or mobile gaming as not really a gaming genre worth looking at. But let me tell you, as a PC gamer, I'm loving this. And PUBG Mobile was the conversion for me. Let's go check out the water. Also, this is a live game, so I'm doing all of this. I see there is some artifacting. Oh, it's actually coming across quite nicely on the stream. There is a little bit of artifacting I'm seeing. But that's just because, you know, I'm transmitting this wirelessly. Like I said, my capture card hasn't arrived yet. And why am I running? Oh, this is shadow water. And once I plug that in, you will be able to see this thing in all its glory. But let me tell you, this is spectacular. Oh! You see, I'm talking too much. Why did you get me? I should focus more. But let me tell you, the gameplay experience is absolutely fantastic. Alright, so those guys can keep playing. I was hoping for a little bit more action on there. But I'm going to just, yeah, do another random game. So, please join us. Or at least, you know, join in. Maybe you can join a random server. I'll do a Livic. But do you chat to me about phones? What phone are you using? What are you looking for? I mean, who's due for an upgrade soon? Like I am. Or I've got an upgrade already kind of banked there. I'm just trying to turn down the audio quickly. There we go. I've got to upgrade. You know, I'm not rushing out to spend more money by any means, but you know, I need to get a new phone at one point, and I'm looking for a second device if I'm going to be doing more of these streams. So I just want to go back to the graphics. So there you'll see what you're looking at. I'm usually playing on those kind of settings, and this phone delivers beautiful graphics. That's not coming. The beautiful graphics on this setting. I mean, it is really spectacular. But as soon as you go down to smooth, it enables that 90 FPS, and it's just a different thing altogether. I think your eyes are more accustomed to seeing. And for those of you that don't know, essentially what this means, it displays more images per second than you would a normal screen. I think a normal phone would be probably about 60 frames a second and under. I would imagine. I'm not sure how far down it goes. Well, that's what I'm saying. You know, there's a lot of factors that come into to play when you choose what you like. There's a look about. I don't know. Maybe I don't know. I've been playing Android so long, but there's a look about iPhone games, especially the ones that I see streaming, that I don't like. I don't know if it's the colors. I don't know. And maybe you can correct me, and maybe you find that your colors are very beautifully saturated and the gameplay is smooth. But I mean, this is what the debate is about. I want you guys to kind of tell me what you guys think, because I'm not going to go to an iPhone, but I want to kind of share the information. What are we looking at here? You know, we're all kind of passionate about gaming. Mobile gaming is just going to be bigger and better. There's going to be other titles we're going to be exploring with. I mean, Fall Guys is coming soon. I don't know if you know what that is, but if you look at the PC version, PC games, it's a pretty big title, and that's going to come to mobile games, and that's going to be pretty big. So that kind of gaming, you know, we're going to be continually pushing. And I'm not talking about high-end gaming phones; those things are amazing, but you're not. It's not feasible for most people to buy those devices at 30-40 grand. I mean, I guess if you're on contract, it's a different story. If you manage to get it, if you're able to afford it, we will also be looking at the entry-level devices or basic devices to run games. I'm just busy sourcing all the hardware. So yes, there's a lot of exciting things coming. So let's have a look at some of the comments. Okay. Tag Chef, is it Tag Chef? Tag Chef says he's using an A50 Samsung. And what do you think of that? What do you think of that A50 Samsung? Drop a comment below with the phone model and what you think of your gameplay experience. And do you know if you're running at kind of what your settings are running at? Is that actually coming up? Is my likes actually working? I hope so. Thunder is asking, did you turn on the GPU rendering? Well, as you can see behind me, that's currently what's running. So within the, actually, you know what I can kind of have a look at the settings here and I can show you a few things. Like I said, I haven't really explored everything on this phone. So over the next 2 weeks, I'm really going to be delving deeper into this. Battery life is a big thing now that I'm looking at this. I started at the beginning of the stream with 100%. Playing at 90 FPS or some of the higher resolutions obviously will decrease your battery life significantly. So that's something to keep in mind. So that's kind of what we're looking at in terms of what this device is. Sorry, this is not really the ideal way to show it to you guys. But yeah, you can see it there, right next to me. Which side? I can look up, so it's there, yeah. Oh yeah. So there you can see, the trick here is that 90 Hertz AMOLED screen, and other devices do have it on the market at the moment, but there was just a special deal with OnePlus that for the last few months, I think, or last few weeks, you could play on 90 FPS. So it will be enabled for more devices. But yeah, so I just have like I started playing last week with this device a little bit. So we had a few days lead time. It's obviously enabled on more OnePlus devices, but only the OnePlus 7T is officially available in South Africa. You can look them up. They are available on Facebook. Go check them out. It goes for roughly 15,000 Rand. So it's not a cheap device, but it's certainly much cheaper than a 25,000 Rand high-end flagship that I've seen from some of the other brands. So, and also, to be honest with you, all the OnePlus phones I've used last a lot longer than you would expect a phone to last because of the nature of the specifications and how well they run and how well they're built, to be honest with you. I would reckon 4 or 5 years would be a good time for these devices in most cases. Obviously, if you're going to be cutting edge gamer and you're going to try to follow the latest trends, you're going to want to upgrade your phone with most new releases in any case, right? So, but I think for average Joes like me, I can use my previous phone I've had now for almost 4 years, 3.5 years. So it all depends on how you use your phone. Let me just go check out some more of the comments. Ria's saying that phone sounds cool to play with. Yes, Ria, this phone is pretty amazing. I'm going to show you something cool about the selfie camera now. That is pretty cool. We're going to be looking at some of the other features. I don't know, should I share my... Oh, you won't see it. Oh, you guys are seeing the pin. Doesn't really matter. Uzair says, I have an iPhone. The gameplays are better than Android according to me. Okay, we've covered that one already. Tando says he's got a J5 Pro 2017. He's doing well, but the frames drop like hell during combat. So most of the time he's shooting on instinct. Yeah, that's not nice to play like that, that's for sure. Mahir's asking, how can I win? Well, what we're putting up tonight is a hoodie and a cap. So just chat to us, man. Drop us a comment. We'll draw some winners at the end of the night. We'll do it live, of course. I'm also checking the clock here because I've got some power outages happening at 8 o'clock. So I'm probably going to do another game or two, and then we'll call it. And also the game is still going on. We have 24 players remaining of the official the game that's happening. I can probably switch over, right? Let me try this. Oh, don't go off now. So let me just get back into the game. So yeah, that's basically what we are sitting with at the moment. Just having fun with 90 frames per second. Uzair says he didn't play on 90 FPS yet. Could you do a stream with 90 FPS? Yes, I was planning on doing it, but my capture card hasn't arrived yet. It was supposed to arrive this morning. So I'm going to get it tomorrow if all goes well, hopefully. And then I'll be able to bring you like proper. You'll see 90 FPS on your screen because your screens are much higher, generally speaking. Or it'll look much nicer in any case from a streaming point of view. Remember, there's compression involved as well, so that is going to impact on the quality that you see. But looking at some of the other 90 FPS streams I've seen, it certainly looks very well. Just having a look at some of the other comments here. Dashev saying his phone can run the game in HDR and Ultra FPS, so he says he's relatively happy with that. Yes, around 15,000. But keep in mind, right? I mean, how long do you... And also, you know, there's a lot of factors one keeps in mind. I'm not saying this phone is for everybody, but for somebody like me that actually uses my device, the camera, the video camera, everything for work in many cases, I can justify a higher end phone. The side benefit of that comes in with the gaming side. Now that gaming's becoming more of a thing for me, especially with the streams and battle room brawls, I can start to justify getting something like that, but I'm looking at a contract upgrade, right? So you're still spending a few £100 a month. Oh, look at this. Look who's visiting. Coming to you not in 90 FPS. This is coming to you at probably 100 FPS. I'm just joking. Full real time, not rendered at all. Where was I? So I'm looking for a device that I can... Oh, don't cancel any buttons. Thank you. I'm surprised that I let her do that. So finding a device to upgrade to is really the big question here. And I mean, most people are happy with their devices. I mean, I'm certainly happy with the Huawei Mate 20 Pro. I don't see a reason to upgrade yet. My gaming is fantastic on it. The streams look great. The phone works fantastic. You know, it's been my daily driver for, like I said, 3.5 years. My contract has come to an end a while ago, so I'm doing a month to month now because I haven't had a reason for, half a year to a year to upgrade. Getting some comments about people running it at their render speeds. Alvezo says, it sucks when you get killed by your teammates who know where you normally jump. Okay, that's not really related to 90 FPS gaming, but yes, okay, that it does suck. I do agree with you. Are you talking about the game that you just played? Dundo saying, GPU rendering is the best. I turned on last and it helps a lot with render after dropping the Livik hot drop. Yes, that's an interesting thing. I don't think a lot of people play with these settings enough, especially switching between smooth, balanced HD and HDR. I mean, I normally just chucked everything on HDR and go 90 FPS. But for most people, I would imagine putting it on HD and running it something lower, or even smooth and running it at high, should give a very good frame rate. I know you get the benefit. Oh, why is it disconnecting? It'll give you the benefit, depending on your device. I don't know why these things do it. It's crazy. Hardware. I'm obviously not running it the ideal way. I'm doing it wireless connection. That's just for audio. So, I mean, I can do it like that, and then you see the game in all its glory. And it's good enough for streaming in most cases. If you want to get into streaming, there's a lot of ways to get your... You don't have to stream at 90 FPS. I'm really just looking at it from an interest point of view. The streaming is a secondary to the gaming side of things for me, but I'm sure a lot of you are in the same position. You want a really good gaming phone. You can afford a few £100 a month, or you can afford a one-off purchase, which is probably a better way to do it, to be honest. And I know these guys have been in the country for a long time. I did some work with them probably 10 years ago when they first launched. But it's a very niche market. You know, OnePlus plays in a market that's they're only available on Vodacom, for example. So MTN doesn't want to carry them at all, or doesn't carry them because it's a niche device, you know. Oh, this is the other thing I wanted to show you guys. How cool is this? So there's a selfie camera built in there. I don't know if you can see. So there you can see my green screen. You can see me. So what I'm going to, where's my, there. No, I just need to find the, there we go. Check this out. How cool is that? That is a selfie camera popping up, and you can't hear it. Okay, I mean, you're hearing a bit of noise coming through the sensitivity of this microphone. But if I'm putting it, if you're listening to it with just in any normal situation, you don't hear that thing at all, and it is pretty nice. That was the one thing I thought that would make me not like this device, because it's like, it seems like a finicky part. But to be honest with you, the benefit that you get of not having that notch on top there, that's pretty huge. Like you'll see there, there's no notch. So this is full screen. So these are all the things I'm looking at this week. We will obviously report back every day and kind of interact with you guys. I put on a Livy game. So long. Interesting, is there? That's a very interesting observation. You say, let me switch the audio down there. The reason most, you say when you came back from PUBG from the home screen, it took like 2 to 3 seconds, the loading time. My Android phone takes 10 to 15 seconds on the S9. Yeah, look, that will very much have to do with the RAM processing power of the device. I'm just doing a quick game here, guys. I want to get some more FPS gameplay. And I think you guys will see some of the benefit. I mean, you can kind of get an idea of how smooth the game. The colors are quite rich. I mean, obviously it's on the color setting is turned on. But in terms of the movement of things, especially if I'm standing still, if there's not too much action happening, the wireless connection will keep up pretty well. It's wirelessly transmitting over 5G. So technically speaking, it should handle this to some degree, but obviously it doesn't hold up to a proper HDMI capture device, which I'll be using to show you the true form of this. But what we can also do, I mean, I know we're living in the era of COVID, but if many of you guys are in Joburg, we can organize a little get together and everybody can try out the device. So drop me a comment. I mean, I'm just thinking about it now. If you guys are in the Joburg area, if enough of you are around, let's drop a comment and let's plan something. And you guys can try this out and see for yourself. Devil says the game looks amazing on the OnePlus. My game only goes as high as 60 FPS. Yeah, most screens, I think, most phone screens only goes up to 60. And to be honest with you, that is fine for most gaming, right? But every now and then you do want to just push it a little bit, I guess, you know. Why not? If you can afford it, or if you're really into your game and you enjoy, you know, it's certainly much cheaper than buying a gaming PC. And I'm not advocating. Oh, we got a cat coming through again. You can't really be interrupting me. I hope she's not stepping on any. No! Look at that. Okay, fortunately, that's not my streaming PC she steps on. Everything is out of way. But you know, us cat lovers, we don't really mind what our cats do. Come now, get in there quickly. So from my point of view, I should record this. So let me quickly do a recording here. I've got some other recordings as well that'll cut together. I'm just wondering if everything will hold up nicely. But I'm just going to record this live so you guys can refer to it if you're actually downloading it versus checking the stream. Now the benefit that I'm You've had lots of food. Why are you interrupting my gameplay here? This is not on. The felines of our lives. Oh, let's get a vehicle. I died on the way to the boat, so let me get a. It might, your screen might get a little bit more artifacty if I move fast. But the render rate on my device is certainly super smooth. Like I said, what I'm going to do is I'm going to share this video file that I'm recording at the moment that I just clicked on a few minutes ago so that you can compare directly and kind of see what this should look like. But I mean, super smooth, really I mean, I would now relate this experience closer to PC gaming, to be honest with you, in terms of playing this. I used to play this game on PC first, and when mobile came out, you know, drinking beer in a pub, this just made so much sense. Like, why do I not just want to play there and get some chicken dinners? I see some slow renders in, like every now and then a tree pops up and disappears. But I suspect we would see the fixes. That could either be because I'm recording the screen as well, and there's just some power. Just a little bit power hungry. I'll check if I turn it off now. Just turn it off and see. No, it's still there. But I would imagine the update that we're seeing is going to introduce us to other devices and then improve any bugs if there are any. So this water is also looking beautiful. Let me just look at some comments here. Yes, Tando. I mean, actually, you shouldn't give away my secret there, because I'm looking for a really cheap, for somebody who's wanting to sell a B20. They're going for about 6 to 8 grand now, from what I've seen, which is still fantastic value, actually. To be honest with you, if you're looking for a really good Android phone, but my only worry is they're also going to lose access to the latest security update soon. The Huawei Mate 20 Pro, even though you're going to get access to all the games still, those older Huawei devices are going to lose access to some security upgrades at some point in the not too distant future. So be aware of that, but it would still be a good phone to game on, that's for sure, especially if you pick it up for a few grand. I'm hoping to find one at some point for 3 or 4 grand, and I'll definitely pick it up. Maybe somebody's upgrading to another device and just wants to get rid of their old device. So it's always worth keeping an eye on second hand. Just don't get scammed, please. Oh, why didn't nobody tell me my... How did this go off again? You know what happened? Probably when I recorded, right? I didn't even notice that. Okay, Lily, you also kind of now cannot... Oh, there we go. It must have done it when I recorded. Sorry, guys. I actually didn't notice that at all. Very adamant little kitten here tonight. Okay, so I'm going to just stop the recording there for a while. I'll put up some other recordings too. This really is just to kind of get into a little bit of a look and feel. I see the other game is still going on, so I'm only going to start the next game when those guys are finished, which is why I'm messing around here and trying to get some kills. And you guys can kind of... Yeah, look, it's not coming through nice on stream. I do apologize about that. As soon as my capture card arrives, you guys will see a much better screen. But I think it's good to get the conversation started. TagChef is saying you get security update when you get a phone for 5 years. After that, nothing. Yeah, there's like a legal agreement that these companies have to provide it. But with the Huawei losing access to Google services, that is a 5-year definite period, right? So in 5 years, and I guess, when was that? 5 years from last year. When did they lose access to the services? The image definitely degraded a bit. Was it just me? Definitely degraded a bit. So there's another thing that I can do. I wonder if this is going to work. Oh no. Not while I'm trying to do this. I was trying to get maybe the USB plugged in, but let's keep going. It looks a bit better now. I'm sorry for the stream if it's a bit low res, but it's not the phone, I can assure you. It's my congested system here. It's catching up. It's catching up. At the moment, I'm running it wireless over 5G network, so it's not. I mean, it's designed for gaming, but it struggles a bit with 60 FPS at this high resolution. But I think you can already see when I'm picking up loot and stuff, there's a little, there's little things that seem a lot smoother. So TagChef saying yes, 2018. So I mean, that's just something to keep in mind. I don't think it's going to be a huge thing, even for 10 years. I mean, and that's a seriously long time to keep a device, right? Yeah, you're right. The map is still in beta. You're 100% correct. See, the other game's still going on. I'll go do some investigation here. Look, I was looking at some... Do yourself a favor, go look at some YouTube videos. There are some guys that's also streaming or that also did some testing on 60 FPS. And the screen resolution is pretty damn sweet. So I'm looking forward to showing that to you guys. Look at that. What did I possibly say to bring up that? So also I'm changing this thing to fanatic mode, which is a slightly more aggressive version than pure straight up automatic gaming mode in this game, which is pretty... I don't know if it really makes a difference in the long term. I haven't tried it enough. I want to get this. Come on. Devanshu saying one shout out, please. Shout out. What do you want shouted out? Let us know. I'm also, I mean, this is all about tinkering, right? So I'm just going to go back to my streaming software quickly. Or at least the streaming software. I'm just dropping this down. So you can see if I put it onto Ultra, it usually doesn't work very well at all. So let's try this. What I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to kill it. So you're going to see nothing for a second. Oh, you will see it. Let me exit it. Exit the app. Confirm. A power. It's a very cool app, this. It's unfortunately a little bit pricey. But if you're streaming, you want a simple solution on Android, this is a pretty nice solution. And with my other streams, it works. Ooh, that looks much better already. Now, it's just when I move a lot, that's really where the problem comes in. Clint Ocamp says, hello, Clint. We're just messing around on stream here while the other game finishes. We're going to start another game soon if you guys want to join. Getting the last one in before my power goes out at 8 p.m. Is that actually coming through? Let me just check. Is it my little alerts coming through on stream? You guys want to join? Getting the last one in before my power goes out at 8 p.m. Yes, it's working. I don't know why. Let me just check. My little chicken alert. I hope you guys like that. I don't know why it doesn't always work. It should. I'm going to like my own post, so sorry for the vainness of this. Just let me see if I can actually get some good gameplay in with this amazing phone that I'm playing on. Devanshu saying, from which country, bro? I'm from South Africa. Where are you from? Thanks for watching. Welcome to the stream. Just checking if there's any other comments I missed quickly. TechChef saying, best is smooth and medium or high settings for his phone. I think the update that's coming out tomorrow should actually do a lot of visual improvements on this game, which will improve it for your existing device and for devices like this that can actually, you know, render this at the full capacity, or at least at this kind of high end scale, either with or without the high frame rate. Because that ultimately is debatable for most gamers. Do you want 90 FPS? Wow, that was quick. I thought I would have him. Alright, the other game is done. And also, let's check out the battery life on this bad boy. So, I've now been... Where is it? Let me just go back to the main screen. How's it? You from India? Oh man, you guys are having it tough up there with the ban. And you can't even circumvent. You can't even VPN out of that. That's yeah. I think as all South African gamers, we really feel for you guys. It's not a nice place to be when the game that you've spent money and passion on doesn't work. All right, so this is the game that just happened. I don't know if you guys can see that. Right. Doesn't even matter. Sharpie came in first with 3 kills. R.A. Zara came in with 1 kill. SG Poison with 3 kills. Deflake with 1 kill, and that's the top 4 players. The 5th position went to Dogs Loot. And MS Firenox came in at 6th position. So let me start a new room quickly, then I can show you guys the phone a bit. Let's go to room. Advanced. Use. Okay. We'll call it Deadbird. No. Yeah, we'll call it, but we'll make the password FPS. So I haven't... Oh, come now. I need to set a default. I haven't set this phone up properly. It's not my main device yet. Oh, it's the A-Power software. That's right. I need to actually just disable the keyboard. FP. Come now. FPS. I should really just disable this. It's this. Come now. What's this? A-Power software is the culprit here, not the phone. Because it's pulling up a keyboard that I don't want to use. Okay, 90 FPS. Boom. Which map should we try? Let's do a little Sanok. No, let's do Wrangle. Let's do Sanok. What do you guys think? What do you guys think? Which map should we do? Devanshi, we're listening. Talk to us. Zara says the loot was crazy. I had an AKM and a Thomas. For this one, I'm going to definitely turn up the loot. So what map do you guys want? Let me know. Just type in on the Discord room for the guys to check out the live stream for the room details. So you see, I don't know why it does that. It keeps, but again, this is this A-Power software. It works well, but I think it does have its limitations. I've moved it down to, well, let's move it back to H. Oh, no, we'll have to leave it back at standard, I think. There, that's the culprit, the G-Power keyboard. Okay, we don't need that. We can mirror. Why didn't it mirror now? It should have mirrored. Boom. All right, Sanok, I agree. Let's do Sanok. So while everybody's connecting, so you can see the room. Oh, the room details, you can't see it. Hang on. Oh, I've made this a one graphic situation. So let me do this. This is going to be very, very crude, but there's a way to do it otherwise, but I'm not fancy with the software. All right, guys, the room details. 418-5905. Please join us. So what I'll do is, so long as you can see, I haven't transitioned either. What a dopehead. All right, there you can see now. Maybe it was what do you call it? Suspense, leaving you guys in suspense. I see the stream is still catching up. There I'm noticing on the stream that it's out. Yes, and now I am. Here we go. Now everybody can see. All right, so now that you guys can see, let's have a quick look at the phone. I mean, I'm actually going to take it out of its little... just for comparison's sake, I'm going to compare it to my other device. Just a good old cleanup of the translucent rag. I hope you guys can see the details there. Let me just share it here. Room ID 418-5905. 418-5905. All right, so let's have a look at the device quickly. Oh, I'm glad the stream's making you happy, man. We're gonna play some games now. So, how beautiful is that? Oh, it's even translucent when you want. Of course, just the chroma key software doing its thing on the reflections, if it picks up the green of the green screen. USB-C. Oh, the other thing that's amazing about this phone that you guys need to know about is that it's dual SIM. So you can use 2 mobile operator SIM cards, which is pretty good. So this is my Mate 20 Pro. All right, the Huawei, which I absolutely love this device. This device is everything to me. But in my quest to have to upgrade at some point, because this thing is getting to the end of its life at some point, and the security updates are going to stop in a few years. This is kind of the one that caught my eye so far. I mean, I don't know how to, it's not really the best way to show them off to you. But let me tell you, in terms of screen resolution and gameplay performance, this thing is pretty badass. Plug in the power again. Well, Uzair, you see, now you're asking a very good question. A question that leads to the problem of South African mobile operators. The question that answers the reason why you don't see the OnePlus with every single cell phone outlet out there, or with every single mobile operator out there. It's because it's dual SIM. None of the mobile operators want dual SIM devices. You would have seen them over the years, but they don't want them on their networks. They don't like them. It's a marketing thing. They want to own you as a customer. And that's the problem. That's why a lot of operators are loath to take them on and put them onto their networks. I mean, it's silly. From us consumers' point of view, we want the option, right? There's a lot of benefits to having 2 SIM cards. I mean, you can have a business phone, a business SIM card on your side business or your main business, your side hustle or your main business. There's a lot of reasons, legitimate, cool reasons why you would want a second SIM card. So this isn't even so yes, I mean, that is one of the big limitations with most of the operators. But that doesn't mean that this is like a grey import. This is an official import. There's an official importer for OnePlus South Africa. So you can find them on Facebook. Also check out Cernotech. And Agent Zero is the other guys you can buy from. Also, they're available on Logitech. They are selling directly on Logitech as well. Yes, Benjamin. Only Vodacom has them. Yay to Vodacom for that. Unfortunately, I'm with MTN. And I'm not going to be porting my number because I've been with MTN for close on, 20 years now. 23 years. Thank you, Diyanshu Mishra, for following. So if you're with Vodacom, this is a fantastic upgrade. And it's not too expensive either. I mean, in fact, let's while we're waiting for some, no thanks. Agent Zero. So Agent Zero is kind of just the consumer arm. I think this is the website. No, not it. What am I doing? I should just go to Facebook. Check out OnePlus South Africa. Bet you didn't know that they exist. Just moving stuff around quickly. So you got the details if you want to contact them, their website. Oh, that's the other thing. Warp charging on this thing. You can charge this phone. So in between gaming sessions, the charging time on this phone is insane. I think you get to 70% in like 20 minutes or something. There we go. 14,499. So I didn't buy this. This is just a review device. I'm just testing it. I'm trying to get hold of other mobile devices too, or other mobile phones. I'm busy chatting to everybody, so these things are obviously in high demand from all the proper reviewers out there. So I'll get the new Samsungs as soon as my name comes up in the slot. Whoa, let me just move that down so you guys can see. We only have 3 players in this room. That's okay, we'll still have fun. Maybe we'll do a hot drop in somewhere. Of course, let me transition. What's going on here? All right, so Sahel, I think this room is going to start in like 3 minutes, even with 4 players. Even with 4 players. So please do join in. Sharpie Gaming, thank you so much for liking the stream. Appreciate it. Looks like everybody's involved with other games or having dinner. That doesn't matter. We're not about the numbers here. We just want to have some fun. So please do join in. Devil's saying, wait a sec, he's going to join in. Benjamin saying he's chowing at the moment. Yeah, of course, Benjamin. No worries. Next one is tomorrow night at 9 p.m. I've got load shedding. I would have done this later, but I've got load shedding from 8. So, yeah, life in Africa, South Africa. Blackouts. See, another benefit for mobile gaming, right? So I've got a little power bank that can charge this thing a couple of times, which is plenty. I've got 2 devices at the moment that I can play with too, so I'm just switching between accounts. But I am on the quest to find a upgrade for my device. So like I said, I love the Huawei Mate 20 Pro. If you can find one on second-hand sites, just make sure you don't get scammed, please. But you can get one for 6 to 8 grand. They are beautiful gaming devices, very underrated, I think. And the cameras are fantastic. I use it for professional work all the time. Uzair says his S9 is also dual SIM, which is from overseas, I assume it's India. Yeah, it's only South African operators that hate dual SIMs because it's such a competitive market. So again, corporates don't really care about the consumer, guys. So these wonderful people brought in the OnePlus. They're trying to sell this thing hard, so that's why Vodacom's got it. They're going to be they're not bringing out some of the new ones from what I understand, but they are going to be bringing out Some of the new ones that hasn't been released yet or announced yet. Inside scoop. Devil, check out on screen. Room ID is 4185905 and the password is 90 FPS. How do I? It's that side. There. Five players at the moment. Nice. I think I'm going to give another 2 minutes. Let me post the room details for anybody who's maybe wants to copy it. There we go. Pasted. We're going to do a quick I'm going to load up everything and make a quick shrink. I find those are the best action-packed games. I really appreciate them. And also, I do want to grab a quick dinner before the power goes out this side too. And with 6 people, it's going to be a lot of fun. So we're also going to have to choose some winners for our merch tonight. So while I give it a few more minutes, let me see if I can find somebody to take the cap. Oh, interesting. I missed this comment from Divanshu. I hope I'm getting your name right. He says PUBG is lost on the Play Store, but people who have already installed it, it's working. Interesting. I thought I heard that they were going to block it on a network level too. It's crazy. Just having a look at the comments here. Trying to find somebody, or trying to at least see who can reward the first prize to. And then what I think I'm going to do is, the winner of this little game we're playing, that person will win the hoodie. How's that? That's a little nice little incentive, right? Of course, only if they're watching the stream and they know that they are going to win it. But I'm sure everybody here is watching the stream. I'll turn the music so low, it sounds like it's not coming through my headphones. Good night, Devanshi. Have a good evening. Devil's in. Just quickly looking at the comments again. Looking for maybe some good interaction. So Hull did the first comment on the stream. So there's maybe a good contender. And Devanshu did a few comments. So there's also a good contender. But he is from India, so it's a bit far. All right, so Hull, DM me your details. I think you win that cap, sir. Well done. All right, 9 players. If we're going to get 10, that'll be amazing. Damon, I did post it in the comments, but let me quickly where to you there. There we go. Waiting for 1 or 2 more people to join. Denlin saying he's been wanting this merchandise since the first time we played. Well, Denlin, if you're going to join this game and you win this one, maybe you can take it. So Hill's saying, please start. All right, sir, let's do it. I mean, as the cap winner, why not, sir? I will listen to you, whatever you say. Just don't take me down in the game, please. So again, you are going to be seeing some artifacting, unfortunately. The capture card will completely eliminate that, and you will see the buttery smoothness. But let me assure you, everybody, this game is beautiful at 90 FPS. Let's fix up the alignment there. That's fine. Oh, there we go. That's why it seemed a bit off.
Make this more awkward.
Ah, funny. But yeah, check out. I'll be posting some raw footage from this game. I'll be doing a recording again. It's just it does impact the streaming too. But I'll do some more footage and I'll be sharing that footage tomorrow or so, and you guys can check it out. They're asking who won the hoodie and cap. Well, Sahal won the cap in the first round because, well, not in the first game, but he was the first to comment and he did a few comments and we had a good chat. So, yeah, we randomly chose him just as I looked at the comments. And I mentioned that the player who wins this game will get that hoodie. But we will be giving away some more merch over the next few weeks. So please, there is more chances for you. Definitely. Yeah, unfortunately on the live stream, a little bit artifacty. I'm hoping to solve that problem very soon. But oh my word, it is so smooth on this phone. How is that possible? Was he on top of me already? How did that not render? Like, that is insane. I mean, that's a little embarrassing, I'm not gonna lie. Why is there no death replay? I mean, with so few players on the map, we landed together. In bloody sane. Thanks, Yenti Ferreira. Yeah, well, Denolan, yeah, there was nothing amazing about that game, that's for sure, unfortunately. Let me just get why. Oh my word. Definitely something that the capture card will sort out once and for all, that's for sure. Let's do that. There we go. Alright, well, everybody, let me just quickly show that beautiful screen again. Oh, and I can't even go out now. Ah, that's why I hosted on another phone. Doesn't really matter, guys. We'll be doing another one of these tomorrow night. We'll be chatting some more about the phone, answering your questions. Hopefully by tomorrow night, I'll be able to stream this in full 90 FPS to you guys. At the moment, it's a wireless situation, not ideal for this high frame rate, which is why you're seeing on the gameplay that really terrible artifacting. But thank you so much, everybody, for tuning in. I really appreciate your support. The winner of this game, please do drop me a message. Send us a screenshot of that final. Well, I'll see the game at the end, but just DM us your details. And you will take that hoodie. And Sahal, DM me your details as well. You've taken that cap. Well done. And we'll do some more merchandise this week and next week. We'll chat some more about this phone. Thank you so much.